I am now pleased to introduce Shawn Patrick Lamb, who will speak on behalf of the class. Mr. Lamb.
Father Pillars, the Board of Trustees, our esteemed faculty, honored guests, members of the administration, family and friends, and most importantly, the graduating members of the class of 2011. Let me first begin by saying what an extreme honor and blessing it is to stand before each one of you today as we reflect back on our 4 years here at the University of Scranton. When I first found out I would be speaking before you here today, it immediately dawned upon me how challenging of a task it was going to be to recap 4 of the best years of our lives into a short speech. I'm sure that when we look around the arena at our fellow graduates, we are all flooded with so many wonderful memories spent with housemates, teammates, classmates, and most of all, friends, but more than just friends, family. I remember day 1 like it was just yesterday. Many of us began by emptying out our cars, unpacking, sweating, laughing, crying, mostly from our mothers, as many scared, timid freshmen moved into a strange place we would soon call home, with no idea what the next 4 years of our lives would hold in store. I remember hearing Father Pillars speak that day, and he told our class and our parents that if anyone left the same person they came in as, he would give them a full refund. Father Pillars, I can safely assure you that today you will be giving out no refunds. However, what you will be giving each of us is not only a diploma, but the beginning of the rest of our lives. As much as we would all love a full refund, what we see when we look at one another are completely changed individuals from the people we were only a short 4 years ago. Just like we have grown physically, academically, and emotionally, over the past 4 years, we have watched our campus continuously and drastically transform. These changes on campus have made us a class of many firsts and lasts at Scranton. We were the first class to eat in the brand new DeNaples Center, the last to eat in Gunster, the first class to move into Condren Hall, the last to experience Poly High Field, the last to park on the 300 block of clay before the Commons were extended, the last to experience late-night visits to City Slice, the last graduating class with Father Pillars, and we will be the last class to have walked on an entirely Z-brick-shaped Commons. Those Z-bricks have been a guiding force for us during our time at Scranton. We have walked side by side one another down the Commons over the past 4 years, and we may have each walked a slightly different path from one another, but no matter how different or unique that path was, our stories really are part of the same journey because we have shared in them together. We have taken so many physical steps and emotional leaps. These physical steps cannot just be how we look back at our 4 years here at the University of Scranton, because our time here has been much more like an emotional roller coaster. We have been there through the ups, the downs, the twists and turns, and everything else college has had to offer. As we embark on our new journey, whatever path we have chosen to take, I challenge all of you to bring the spirit of Scranton that we have learned here with you wherever you go. It is hard to put into words what exactly the spirit of Scranton is. Some people use words like community, family, home. I cannot really put an exact word on it either. However, looking before each one of you today, I know I feel it. This feeling we have for our campus and for one another is love. Just like our campus has evolved, and our understanding of the Scranton spirit and the Jesuit ideals has also evolved too. While the pictures that we have taken, the houses that we have lived in, the buildings we have studied in, the fields that we have played on, or these Z-bricks that we have walked on, they might just be physical reminders of what Scranton was like for us, but the spirit of Scranton is not just a place or a thing. It is something inside each and every one of us. Scranton is the kind of place that etches love quotes all over our campus, like on the side of the DeNaples Center, not where I breathe, but where I love, I live. And the new quotes along the Royal Way. The first quote, not only ought you to continually love and cherish each other, but to communicate that love to all. And the second quote, what does our world need most right now? We need a generation that loves, that truly loves. We need men and women who realize that loving means wanting the good of another ahead of their own. It means seeking what is good for all. Where else in the world are we going to find a place like Scranton? These quotes have not just been there to make our campus look pretty. These quotes have been written down because it is us that live out all of those ideals every day. Here at Scranton, we have placed that love and felt it in each other. We have been extremely privileged to be at Scranton during this time of great change. But no matter what changes happen in our lives after today, or where we end up in the world, know that Scranton is still within us all. Scranton has taught us how to love and has led us to the new paths that we will pursue in the future. After today, the class of 2011 may all go our separate ways, and we may no longer be walking physically right next to one another like we have done for these 4 years. When we come back to Scranton, the Z-bricks will no longer be there. There will be many new campuses, or new buildings, and it might not look the same, it might not feel the same, but the spirit of Scranton and the impact we have made on this university and the impact we've had on one another is something we will carry with us forever. A very wise friend of mine recently read to me a quote on a retreat that we went on by Marianne Williamson that I want to share with all of you today. It says, "Our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, and as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others." This quote matches the Jesuit ideals that we have learned about the restless pursuit of excellence motivated by gratitude and by truly being men and women for others. The University of Scranton has prepared us to be loving and bold individuals capable beyond any measure, ready to change the world. Sometimes you may feel lost or scared, and your path may be windy, but trust me, we must not be afraid because somehow all roads lead back to Scranton. There is no other road, and there is no other way. So here we are on our final day, 2,102,400. That is how many minutes we have shared with one another over the past 4 years. How do we measure that time? In Z-bricks on the Commons, in Gunster, into Naples, in trips down Mulberry Street to the Meaner Wiener, in a drawer full of free Scranton t-shirts you've accumulated over the past 4 years, in laughter, in becoming friends with 40 total strangers on retreat, in athletics on the field, on the court, or in our pool, or in countless hours spent with your 2 best friends on a bench, or your favorite place to spend time with friends on campus. Every one of us probably has a special meaning of what Scranton is to them. I know that I measure my 4 years here in love. Think of what Scranton truly means to you, and bring that Scranton love with you wherever you go, in whatever you do, and whoever you are with. So my challenge then for you is simple. Do not fear the love that we are capable of having for one another. Give in to love or live in fear. Be kind, be adventurous, dream big, and love. The rest will take care of itself. It is now our time to go forth and set the world on fire with love. But trust me when I say, nobody will have to do that alone. We may no longer be walking along a Z-brick pathway, but wherever we are in the world, we will always be walking together. Class of 2011, we did it. Thank you and congratulations.